Okay, guys, I'm here for another retro review. Today we're visiting our good friends again at WCW or the NWA because today's retro review is Wrestle War 1989, which took place on May the 7th, 1989 from the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. This was the first Wrestle War show. This is a 9-match card, so our maximum total of stars is 45. The opening contest of this show is Doug Gilbert versus the Great Muta. This was supposed to be the Junkyard Dog versus the Great Muta, but I think the Junkyard Dog had left or something at the time. So Doug Gilbert, the brother of Eddie Gilbert, is replacing Junkyard Dog here. Not that great of a match here. It's half a star. You know, Muta's moonsault's always good, and Muta wins in just under 3 minutes with that moonsault, and just over 3 minutes with that moonsault. So half a star. So then we get Ranger Ross versus Butch Reed. Hacksaw Butch Reed, as he was known in WCW. A 1-star match, you know, again, nothing special, but nothing... but nothing horrible. Like I said, it's 1 star. Butch Reed wins with a top rope shoulder tackle. So then we get a Bullrope match, as it's Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch versus Bob Orton Jr. This is an interesting thing with Dick Murdoch playing a face and all that. It's a 1-star Bullrope match. Dick Murdoch hog ties Bob Orton Jr. and that gets the win, and then Bob Orton beats up Dick Murdoch, and they do the Bullrope hangy spot that you see in most strap matches or Bullrope matches, where the person is hung from the rope with the Bullrope around their neck. They do that spot. I don't know if this feud continued, because I don't think Bob Orton was in the NWA after this. So, I could be wrong, and he might have been, but I don't really know. So, it's 1 star. So then we get one of the better matches on this show, as it's the Dynamic Dudes versus the Samoan SWAT team. The Dynamic Dudes are, of course, Shane Douglas and the Master of People Power, John Laurinaitis. And the Samoan SWAT team is the Head Shrinkers. Samoan fought too, before they came to the WWE. So, yeah, Rikishi has worked for WCW. I don't know how many people know that, but he did. This is a 2-star match. 2-star tag is very formulaic. Finishes, Shane Douglas is half out. Referee's getting one of the Samoan SWAT team out, and John Laurinaitis does a drop kick into Shane Douglas's back, as I think it's Fought 2 has him in a slam, and that gets the pin for the Dynamic Dudes. So it's a 2-star match. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's nothing horrible. So then we get our first of 5 straight title matches. 5. As it's the NWA United States Championship match. As it's Lex Luger versus Michael P.S. Hayes. This is a 3-star match. It's not a bad match. The story of this match going in is that Michael Hayes has said he will win the U.S. Championship on his own with no Bam Bam Gordy and no Buddy Jack Roberts. He does have Hiro Matsuda with him, though. But Hiro Matsuda doesn't really do anything to get involved in the match. There's a small ref bump, but there's a thing where Luger's going for the torture rack, but Hayes slips out of it and hits the DDT. Then there's a small ref bump, and then Luger and Hayes hit heads. Hayes falls on top of Luger and gets a pin, and Terry Gordy pushes Luger's feet off the rope, and the referee doesn't see him put it back on, and Hayes wins the U.S. Championship. I know by the Great American Bash 89, I believe Luger is U.S. Champion again. I could be wrong, though, but I don't think I am. So, it's a 3-star match. It's one of the better matches on here, actually. So then we get the NWA World Television Championship match. Sting versus the Iron Sheik. Yeah, I bet you didn't know the Iron Sheik was in WCW. I think this is his only appearance there, though. I could be wrong on that. I know he's not in any other pay-per-view in '89, so I think this is his only appearance for WCW. this really isn't that great of a match. Sheik gets early advantage after Rip Morgan distracts Sting, and then Sheik gets him with the flag and all that. But then Sting pretty much comes back. Stinger Splash, Scorpion Deathlock gets the win. It's nothing really. It's a no-star match. Interesting though, this is probably has the longest time limit the DV title ever had, as it had a 45-minute time limit. Which normally that title only got 10 or 15 minutes if you're lucky. So then we get the NWA World Heavyweight Championship match. Yes, not the main event of this show. And I honestly don't know why it isn't, but it's not. As it's Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair, this is their third match. Of course, the Chi-Town Rumble, Ricky Steamboat had won the NWA World Championship. Then in April, at I believe the second Clash of the Champions show, one of the earlier ones, Ricky Steamboat made Ric Flair submit with a double chicken wing. So this is the next match, and it's Ric Flair's final opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the best match on this card, bar none. The next two matches that follow it aren't that great. This is a one fall match. It has a 1 hour time limit, and there's 3 judges at ringside. And you're wondering, why does a professional wrestling match have judges? Well, the judges are there just in case this match goes to the 1 hour time limit. Then the judge's decision would be final. Then the judge's decision would be final. The judges are Lou Thez, Pat O'Connor, and Terry Funk. Keep that in mind. Keep Terry Funk in mind. This is much like their match from Chi-Town Rumble. Eventually, Steamboat goes up top, and Flair pushes him off, and his knee buckles. And his knee goes out, and Flair puts him in the figure 4. Steamboat tries something, but his knee buckles. And just like a Chi-Town Rumble where Steamboat won with a small package, here's Flair winning with an inside cradle and getting the win. So, and becomes the 6-time world champion. And then Terry Funk comes in and says that if the match would have went to time limit draw, he would have voted for Flair to win the match. And then he challenges Ric Flair to a match. And Ric Flair turns Terry Funk down because, as Ric Flair pointed out, Terry Funk was in his first retirement or something at this time. And he hadn't wrestled in 5 years. So he denied the title shot, which Terry Funk took as an insult. So Terry Funk then beats up Ric Flair, power drives him on the table and all that. This led to their feud that went through the summer and led to their classic I Quit match at a Clash of the Champions. Like I said, 5 stars. So our next match, the NWA World Tag Team Championship match, the special referee Nikita Koloff. It's Mike Rotunda and Dr. Death Steve Williams taking on the Road Warriors in a half-star match. Wyndham and Rotunda and Williams get disqualified when Kevin Sullivan and Dan Spivey attack Nikita Koloff. And this would lead to them being stripped of the tag titles. So the Road Warriors win by DQ. So the main event of this evening, the NWA United States Tag Team Championship match. There's a spot for the United States Tag Titles, and I don't even know why this match is main eventing. Because this match is not bigger than the World Championship match. I had originally had a hair versus hair stipulation of Eddie Gilbert and Kevin Sullivan, but because this was a U.S. Tag Title match, the NWA Board of Directors took that away. But it's Eddie Gilbert and Rick Steiner versus Kevin Sullivan and Dan Spivey. It's a 1-star match because Dan Spivey takes out Rick Steiner's shoulder, and Steiner sells it the entire match, doesn't get into the ring, and then clotheslines Sullivan, which allows Gilbert to get the win, and they retain the tag titles. It's 1 star. So out of 45 total stars, this show gets a 14. That's a D. This will be in the Retro Wrestling Review playlist. If you like this video, like button down there, subscribe button down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.